Lot of research, man. Lot of research.
No, but I think, honestly, I think you're the best person to have a platform like this.
Oh, no, thanks. Thank you so much. And you know what? I was actually getting ready, and no, I was going to say the word shit, but yeah, no shit. I was actually thinking, do you know when I really noticed that you're going to be a great mum? And you know what? You don't really know. No, seriously, because you don't really know, right, until you become a mum. What
Yeah.
it's about. And I'm sure my parents wouldn't have thought I would have been a great mum, judging by my, those early years, but turned out all right. But you know when I noticed, because I see a pregnant person, and I was like, man, this is so refreshing to see that she's not thinking she's disabled. You know, she's not
Yeah.
like wrapping herself in a bubble and walking around like something's wrong with her. And it was in
Yeah.
Dubai, and because you had a bit of a belly then, and I just thought, yeah, she's got it. Like she's going to be a great. Just took it naturally, and you never made
Oh,
like never made an issue of it, and it was such. And even after you had her, anything you're raising her, it's always been. And for a young mum, that's great. Like that's your first child. Like you were really good. Like I really noticed that in you, that you really, because when you got pregnant, you didn't treat yourself like there was
yeah.
something wrong with you.
Yeah, we were
And
on the go the whole time.
it really, really, I sensed that from that time. I said, nah, she's going to be really cool. Because you still worked, you
Yeah.
still managed, you did everything. So I said, that was and I found that you probably did one thing better than I did, especially earlier on, which is you balanced that work life really well, right? Which I didn't do.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do it. But you did, and it was awesome to
But
see.
I think it helped also to talk to you, to talk to other moms who had been through it. Like I was, in fact, talking to Rohit last night, and I was telling him that when we had Samaira, we had her on 30th December, and I knew IPL was around the corner, and I was struggling with whether I should take her to the stadium, not take her to the stadium. It was the peak of summer. I remember talking to you. I spoke to a few of the other moms on the team. I spoke to a few of the international players' wives, and everyone said, like, there were mixed reviews, but I think I wanted to go. I wanted to take her. I wanted her to be a part of that atmosphere. And we took all the precautions. We bought like a special fan, which we carried in the diaper bag. We, made her wear those, light cotton
Yeah, absolutely.
onesies. We did
Yeah,
everything that we could. And then I said, okay, we'll take her for the first game. And if she's uncomfortable, we won't take her after that.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
Rohit and me wanted her there. I understand taking a normal child to a stadium is not ideal if they're 2.5 months old. But when their dad is the one who's playing the game, I think it's a different ballgame. That's her life. Let's be
Yeah, and
honest. All
also
these
she's
kids, it's a
going
big part of their lives.
yeah, and she's going to be sitting somewhere very separate. You know the situation
Yeah.
also can help us.
Yeah. And we when I took her for the first game, she loved it. She didn't cry. She was taking it all in. She listened to the music. She put her head down and went to sleep.
Yeah. How old was she? 2.5 months.
3 months.
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
Loved it. And then I decided, I was like, okay, besides the 4 o'clock games, which are brutal, I took her for all the others. And I remember getting a lot of flack for it. Like a lot of people were like, why did you take her to the stadium? And, she's so small. Why couldn't you leave her in the house? And I think it's just because we wanted her to be a part of it. So now when I look back, I'm like, okay, when your dad won the IPL trophy, you were there.
Well,
You were
yeah,
at the stadium. You were on the ground. Same with the World Cup. You saw how she was. She was
absolutely.
awesome.
And you know what the good thing is, right? I'll tell you something. See, let's fast forward Samara not going. Like Zaraba went to Dubai. It was his first
Yeah.
IPL, and he was in the sun like
Two
these like
months?
2 months, 2.5 months. He was in Dubai, roasting in the sun, and people said that too. And I said he's fine, he's
Yeah.
great. And you know what? We have the most least fussiest kids.
Correct.
They
It's
can
true.
sleep anywhere. They can deal with anyone. They
True.
can flop anywhere. They don't care about temperature.
Yeah.
They actually can travel by just being picked up like this and moved along.
True.
So, you know what? Let me put it that way. So,
It
proof is
worked.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, it's all about, I'm not silly with my kids,
Yeah.
but I'm also not going to, pamper them where they become so dependent on comfort.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, you know when your kid's going to cry, okay, let's get out the sun. It's
Yeah.
common sense. We're not going to torture them.
Yeah.
But you know, if they're there, they can stand a little bit of noise and stuff. Well, you know what, I'm actually getting them used to the environment.
Correct.
And it's so much better. No, I'm so glad. And that's what I noticed with you. For a first parent, especially, not many people parent that way.
Yeah.
And especially here, I haven't noticed that. So for you and Rohit to sort of do it that way, I'm so impressed because that, look at her now. She's so
she's awesome.
own boss, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You actually want to raise kids to be, you know, more, like I said, okay, imagine not doing those things, not taking them and exposing them at a young age, and then when they're about 5, you want to take them to a restaurant, and guess what? They
they wouldn't sit.
They don't know how to sit still. They don't know how to see people, or they can't talk to the waiter because they're shy and uncomfortable. So you know, it's each to their own. You want to leave your kid home, not a problem. It's not something I ever did, or you know, you did either, and it worked for us. You know.
So I think talking to you made a big difference for me, because when I was talking to you and you were like, no, I took Zaravel here and I did this and I did that. For me, it gave me that, because I knew what I wanted to do, but knowing that somebody else did it, and I see how Zaravel turned out in terms of how he is at the stadium, how comfortable he is, how he is with traveling, how happy he is on tour, because you got him used to that. And that's what I want. I don't want to force her to be in an environment that makes her uncomfortable. But Rohit and me both think it's very important for her to be a part of the world. That both of us are, like, it's a very big part of us. And we want her to be there as well.
And imagine this, right? Because you know that
just relax.
What did he say? Relax.
Just.
Oh, Aaliyah just messaged saying I turned out good too.
Oh, she did. Honestly, I'm from all your kids, I'm proud of all of them, but Aaliyah has a special place in my heart because of what she's doing with animals. Honestly, and the fact that you allowed her to go ahead and pursue her dream, and the fact that she takes, I don't know if she's going to get mad that I say this, but the fact that she took Spike on a date, oh my God, I'm so upset that I didn't think of doing that with Magic.
You take Spike on cafe
That is
dates.
like, honestly, Aaliyah has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, so,
I love all three of them. Your kids, honestly, are my favorite set of kids. But Aaliyah,
you know what she says to me? So I interviewed her the other day for my podcasting, and I said, so, you know, when you have kids, you know, what would be some of the things you'd learn from me and do, and what were some of the things you wouldn't do? And she goes, well, actually, it's not about kids. I have dogs, and she related it to dogs, and I was like, okay, let's just go with this. I'm not going to worry about having kids. She just looks after her dogs.
Except the labor part, they're pretty much the same as normal kids.
I agree. So
yeah.
You know, like yes, Mum, you know, even though things were happening outside, you were the more, you know, your energy was the higher one, the stronger one. So I have to do that with my girls. I have to be the higher. So she was like, it was so funny because she was applying it to the dogs. I thought it was so cute.
When you're nurturing anything from a young age, I think all of this applies.
Yeah, 100%. Like, honestly, if we actually raised our kids like how animals do, our humanity would be a way better. You know, way better, and we'd be so much more advanced because we are so disbalanced in the way we raise our kids. That's why I wanted to do this, because it's basically how you start your kids from such an early age that makes such a big difference. You know, I notice it, and it's like I said, it's making kids actually uncomfortable. It's actually testing kids, trying kids, you know, putting them in situations, you know, where there is growth, not just shielding. You know, I can't do with that. All right, I'm going to ask you some of the question. How has life completely changed for us after becoming parents?
A lot. I think more than anything, I have struggled with guilt. Because anytime, in the sense, not that way. What I mean is the fact that, you know, if I'm hanging with Samaira and I'm doing her thing, and then if she's up and she's doing something and I have work to do, or if I'm doing something for myself, that kind of guilt, I'm like, okay, I should be with her. If she's playing, I should be around her. But I think it's also really healthy for them to have a balance, not seeing us all the time. Understanding that, okay, if I'm out or if I'm at work, or if I'm with a friend, or if I'm having lunch, or if I'm sitting, it doesn't mean I'm not missing her and don't want to be with her. But I think that's been more for me to deal with and learn for myself before I can teach it to her. So now, even during quarantine, what we do is we tell her, okay, mom's at the office,
Yeah,
so
good.
that she has
Very
the
good.
afternoon to herself.
Yeah. Do you know what I say to Zarava? I just don't want to hang out with you right now.
but,
Seriously.
but see, Zaravar has grown up with you, so
I'm
he
like,
gets where that's coming from. He understands your tone.
he comes to me, goes, I'm like, no, I don't want to hang out with you. Full stop. No reason. I just don't want to.
But see, he's a tough kid. He'd be like, oh, mom.
Oh,
So Myra would be like,
no, he knows. He knows. He goes off. But you know, a lot of parents actually feel guilty. It's such a. But I felt like you have a really good balance. I really do. I feel
I
you
do,
have
but it didn't come naturally. Like, I had to actually work at it, and I think I'm still doing that. Like, I'm still like, okay, fine, you know, she's there. I'm tired, but let me go there. And I think that makes you more frustrated because you're tired and you're not taking me time.
And
And
you
you tend
feel
to,
like you're having to do it, not
yeah,
one.
not just that, you get so tired that you tend to have a shorter temper
Yeah,
because you've not had that time to yourself.
okay.
You've not had the time to relax. So I think that was the main thing that I struggled with more than the other things. The other things,
And
the
I
acid
reckon,
reflux and all that. Oh my god.
and I reckon it's good that you actually say mum's gone to the office or whatever, even now.
Yeah.
Because you know what, in the long run, what happens is like kids become so needy because of that weird sort of dependent
Attachment.
codependency. And I can't deal with that. You know, I'm like, I love my kids, but I
But you
also
want your space.
I'm like, I need to like be me for a little bit, because then I come back in a better, in a wholeness. You know, I'm not irritated on them. So, definitely. So that's a very good thing. Though at least I know with Samara you have to actually white lie to her and say we'll go to the office.
Yeah. But now she's gotten so attached to Ro, which wasn't there before. Now, like if he's doing a live chat in the room, she can't go in, right? And if I'm like, no, you can't go, he's doing, she'd be like,
oh my god.
She won't say anything.
Well, I'm enjoying it because these two have bonded like anything.
Oh,
And
I know.
I've literally had peace, and you know, I've been able to do my own thing, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm loving my own time. All right, but, next question.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh,
since you brought this up, since you guys moved from Australia to India, which was a big move, especially for you, but also for Zoravar, how did you explain it to him emotionally, especially more than?
Okay.
How did you deal with the fact that he was so emotionally distraught? I know he has a lot of friends there.
Yes. So I remembered back to when my parents shifted us from India to Australia. So it's good that I had that sort of understanding.
Same age, right?
No, I was 7. Yeah, I was 1 year older.
Yeah.
So basically 1 year older than he was. So I related back to my life and I said, okay, what are the positive, negatives? What helped me? What didn't help me? Okay. The one thing that really helped me that my parents did was didn't give me a choice.
Okay.
Honestly. Because it's like this, right? The more thinking you do about something, see, if we overthink an issue, then it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
And then emotions get involved. So then we're like, okay, should I? He's got friends there. But then I can counteract that with, well, he's missing his dad and blah, blah. And this argument will just go back and forward, right? But I looked at it this way. I said, okay, right now, between 0 to 7 is when his subconscious is getting developed, when he's going to create bonds, he's going to create relationships, he's going to create his own sort of, you know, worth, self, whatever. I thought, okay, he's had 6 years with me, Aaliyah, Ria, and his friends and everything. He's got a great setup. He came from a good foundation.
Yeah.
But if he misses that little gap that he's got left with his dad, so then I can't sort that out. But other relations that he's developed, he already knows how to make friends. He knows how to relate to other people. He knows how to behave in certain situations. But the intimate relationship between, like, say, a parent and child, he didn't have it completely with Shikhar, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so that was more important than the other exterior stuff.
Yeah.
So when I decided that mentally, then I didn't give him an option to think about it. In the sense, I didn't have emotional reactions to it. I decided, I understood it, I emotionally accepted it. So
he played off that.
So he played off my, but if I was in constant doubt, then he would be like, oh, maybe I don't want to be here. Maybe I do want to be here. But he's never done that because my energy didn't allow for doubt. My energy was just all about a decision made and we're going to do this. So then he also just saw it as, okay, we're here. But if I had shown him I'm sort of doubting myself, then he would have picked up and he would have questioned it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So anything in life, like if you're going to like, especially with big things, I'm not talking about little things. Give them a choice, give them an opinion, give them their, But I'm saying this is a big thing where, and a little mind can't grasp that bigness right now.
Yeah.
There's no point loading him with, do you want to come to Australia? Do you want to stay? It's too much for them, right? So age appropriate. Like it's not appropriate for him to take on that big mass. But
it's just that we're going and this is.
Yeah, I didn't even have to tell him. We're just saying we're going. Like it's like we're doing this.
Yeah.
And so he gets confidence from my confidence.
Yeah.
Now if I came here to India and cried every day because I was unhappy, guess what he's going to do? I want to go back.
Yeah.
Right? So it basically they reflect the parent. It's like a puppy. You have a naughty puppy, you have naughty owners.
But then you have treats. Doesn't work with kids. I've tried.
All right, next one for you. How do you ensure that you are spending enough time with your little ones in such busy schedules?
Ooh.
How do you?
You take that.
How do I, mate? I'm trying to get away from him.
Yeah.
He's always with me. What do you mean? I have enough time with him. I'm trying to find distance.
I think I set a routine. Like I know that if during non-quarantine times, certain times are my time with her. So I don't schedule anything during that time. Like I take her down in the evening every day for like 1.5 to 2 hours. We go for a walk. We do this. We play in the garden. So that time I don't compromise. I don't work out at that time. I don't, do any work calls at that time. I don't meet my friends at that time.
There is the nightmare. Come on, quickly say hello.
Hello. Where are millipedes?
I'll
go downstairs.
Oh, I'm so proud that you didn't bring them to the house and keep them captivated.
So we always carry them around for a walk around that place and then we put them back in the house.
That's so cute. High five.
House. Do we put water in there?
And we was catching beetles and feeding them oats every day.
Oh my god. Beetles eat oats?
Yeah, oats. He Googled
I didn't know beetles eat oats. How does he
know? Apparently.
How do you know that?
He Googled it, apparently. Where's Baba? Baba's sleeping.
I have no teeth.
Yeah, you have no teeth.
Show me.
He's lying. He's been a big trickster lately.
Oh my god. I can see that.
You're always pranking me. He wants to colour his hair today, apparently. He asked the driver to go get him hair dye, red, permanent. I heard
you want red hair, Zaravar?
Can I, Mom? Can I?
Why red?
But ask the chemist man.
I think pink.
Oh,
Pink.
a 3-year-old did it.
3-year-old did it. Ritika wants you to do pink.
Yeah.
No.
Why? Why?
Right. Listen, we're in the middle of this.
Wait, tell her what
Big.
I did on you.
The prank. What did you do on me? Oh, he's got toilet roll.
Huh?
And wet it. The toilet roll once it's finished. You wet the cardboard part, wet it, and he said there was poo. And he threw it off. And you know what?
And you're like this.
Living with 2 girls in the house and then living with 2 boys, man, it's very different. Like, it is disgustingly different. Disgustingly is the underline disgusting. It's very different, huh? It's like, I need to get him back to Australia to straighten him out again. So yeah, you set aside like specific times, but you don't compromise.
No. So that's my time with her. And even she has that. So if I'm out, she knows that I'm going to come back for this. Not all the time. Like there are times where I've missed it. So it's not like she just throw a fit if I'm not there. But she knows, okay, that's important to me as well.
Yeah.
So I just want her to have that security. And Rohit does the same thing. When he's back from his tours, whatever he's doing, when she goes down to the garden or when she's eating, he'll make sure he's there. He knows he's here for that.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Yeah, that's such a great answer. But I'm really trying to get rid of him for a while.
I'm trying to get rid of you.
How are you spending time with your kids in quarantine? Oh, God, what haven't I done?
Yeah.
You name it, I've tried it. Like, seriously. Like, we've made up games. We have turned our table into table tennis. We play hide and seek, and we play
Tag.
murder in the dark. We have been a lot of creation and sticking them everywhere. Arts and crafts and crafts and drawing, collecting bugs. What else? He's been learning to cook as well.
Ooh, what did you cook?
With his chef, apparently. Butter chicken. Yeah.
Ooh.
We made that today. He made roti the other day.
Would I get shocked by it?
Oh, the computer. Yeah, you get shocked by the computer. So basically I've tried everything and anything. At this moment, you know what? Whatever works. I'm not very fussed. I'm not all about.
Talented. You're not talented.
I'm not talented, apparently.
No, she is. I think you define talent differently.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not talented. Basically, I'm speaking, please. Basically, I've tried everything and anything, and you know what? Sometimes, like, I feel like now devices are used a lot more. You can't help it.
Yeah.
Especially the first 6 weeks we were in lockdown, couldn't even go downstairs.
Yeah.
You know, and you can only do so much, and you also need a break. We don't watch TV that much, so he watches a lot of actually educational shows, which is good. Doesn't play games and stuff. You know, I monitor what he's sort of watching. So that's how I've done it. What about you guys?
We've been doing the same, lot more books. She's been spending a lot more time with Rose. They spend all day running. She's got a lot of energy. Like as much as Zoravar.
Oh, good luck then.
She's a girl, but she has all the traits of that.
Oh, that's
like she does not sit for a second, and she's all running around. She wants to like roughhouse with everybody. And all our staff, they're all losing weight. They all nap in the afternoon because they have to eat.
I love
And then
that.
we've been her like usually when Magic's around, she's super nurturing and stuff with him. But we don't have a dog in this house, so for that we started now growing plants. So every morning we take her, we make her water the plant.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She'll wake up and she's like, "It got bigger. It's purple today."
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we've been thinking of different things, and she loves books.
That's good. That's really good. He does not.
I made this like since the day she was born. I've been reading. So I was like, my dream is to be able to hand my like 5-year-old a book while we're at the stadium.
I just feel like, you know what, some parts of his father's blood runs really strong in his. And I'm like, oh my God, seriously, this kid. But, you know, I'm going to work on that. But you know what? He learned to ride a bike in one day. So 2 days ago, Shikhar swear.
Without training?
One day. He took him downstairs and then he came back up and he goes, he's riding the bike. And I said, no, he's not. How can he riding one day? And then he showed me the video. He's riding a bike. So they go bike riding.
But he learned swimming as fast, right?
Yeah. So now he's actually bike riding with Shikhar. Like they go bike rides together. How cool is that?
No, I can't ride a bike.
Oh.
No, seriously, no one taught me.
Oh my God, you can't ride.
You have.
That thing where Papa look.
But Zoravar, I can dance.
Look, what did she say?
Zoravar,
look.
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Despite what you think, I can dance.
What?
She reckons she can dance. Do you remember her at the stadium? How was she dancing?
Like you would not. How I was not dancing like that.
You dance like this.
Here we go.
Show me how I dance. Show me how I dance.
Go.
No.
Jesus, please, Ritika, do not dance like that, okay? I'm not going to hang out with you.
I was 8 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant. My belly was not moving.
Okay. What is it like to be a mother in these times? Do you think it's any different from the time when your mother's conceived? Well, I wasn't around when my mother conceived, but I can actually have some sort of understanding of that because Aaliyah's 20 and Zoravar's 6.
Yeah.
Like, different. I feel no different. Maybe I yell a little bit less. Okay, and yours?
I think we just know more. So I think our lives became a little easier. I think they had less help. They had less, like, I think people at their time just said, okay, you're the mom, it's your problem. I think now the dads help more.
Yeah.
I think like your friends are more understanding. I think you're, I think okay, fine. These moms have been through this and this is what they did. That kind of, I think that shared information, like what you're doing.
Yes. And
That's a huge, it makes it easier, I think.
I think not just the good information, like even the ones that we say that we had hard times, or, a lot of people coming out that I had like postnatal and I suffered this, or I didn't like that, or something, like some moms can say, I didn't enjoy pregnancy before, like no one would own up to that because they'd feel judged or whatever. At least like a bit more.
I hate it.
Same.
I hated being pregnant.
Not my thing. You did very well hating it. You looked great. So I just that's not my thing. But
no.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Like I'm mad at all my friends who said it was a beautiful journey. Like,
and they glowed.
It is not. I get all my friends who haven't had a baby. I'm like, listen, it's not a beautiful journey. Maybe your experience will be different. Okay, I had nausea, heartburn. I had dengue at my 4th month.
Yeah, I remember.
It's not. No, it's not fun. I'm sure other people have different experiences. Mine was not fun.
Yeah.
Everything that could happen happened to me.
Yeah, me too. And things that were like no one talks about. You're like, what? Me? Like,
yeah,
no. It's really weird, right? So yeah, I would say that is probably the thing that's.
But see, I think a lot of people are okay with saying that now.
A lot of people what?
Are more okay with saying that now. That okay, yes. I had a tough time. I'm having a tough time. This is hard. I think at our parents' time, people wouldn't talk about it because it was like not socially acceptable. It's your job to deal with it. It was. I feel that was more the attitude at that time. Not that I was around, but from what we hear, like the older generation saying, it sounds like that.
Very true. Very true. What, according to you, is the toughest part of being a parent?
Tantrums.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember tantrums.
Oh my God. And I don't know where to draw the line. I'm like, is it time to put her in the corner or not? For me, it's that. Everything else is still okay.
And you know what? In the big picture, if that's all we have to deal with, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, you're tired, you're sleepy, you're irritated sometimes. And you know what? What I found hard was if you're sick and you can't actually rest. That's when I really felt like parenting is tough. Like only when I'm sick and I'm not able to sort of be with them, and they still want you, so you've got to feel and that is. But other than that, you know what? Overall, wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
And we haven't really changed. Like, I don't feel... I knew you before. I knew you before. So you knew me before Zarava. Like, and nothing changed in us. Like, we just have an extra hand luggage. But, other than that...
I think we have a lot more luggage than that. Okay? Samaya has more stuff than me.
Oh, man. All right. So, how do you keep up with rapidly changing times, and how do you manage to bridge the gap between you and your kid? Oh, Jesus.
Either of us need to bridge the gap. Mentally, we're like with them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like,
if he has new toys, I'm as excited. They're as exciting for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember that baby shark, and we were singing it. We were all getting into it, and like we were all having fun with Samara. we didn't think like, and we actually liked that toy. We were like, yes.
We were playing with it more than we got a float Samara, which we hated, but we were playing with it first. And then she came out and we were like, oh.
Yeah, I don't actually feel there's an age gap between me and Ali and me, Ria, and I just feel like you have to connect with a person on a common ground. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's okay to not, like, as Samira grows older, she's going to have her own likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
And some of those will be natural to you and some of them won't. Like Aaliyah and me are very, very similar.
Yeah.
Right? Me and Aaliyah are like twins.
Yeah.
But I had to sort of really think about like the things she likes and make an effort, which was like makeup and hair and
Yeah.
you know, and at the start I would be like, look, you go and talk to your grandma about this, you go to and then you know I was like, no, I've got to make a bit more effort to sort of connect on her. So there's no, it's not about, it's just having a similar or making an effort to find a common link. And
Yeah.
now, you know, so now Ria does funny stuff, she dances and that, and she's a bit more crazy, and then I've sort of come halfway into her, so we have our own comment. And then for us, I love to ride bikes. We go walking, catching bugs. We're sort of like always in nature and stuff. So I don't think age has ever had it. And especially as a parent, if you never come from a place of I am your parent, that hierarchy, that I'm the leader, I'm the dominating one, this, that, the other. What is
Seriously, bro,
What?
watch TV or something.
So I feel like there is no difference when it's if you come from that place of you know, understanding as a parent. It's only when you feel like I am your parent, then you create.
Yeah. I don't think any of us are that type.
And let me just say, your mum and dad, like I've always told you this, like they're awesome. I've always told you this because I've met a lot of parents in India and stuff. Yeah, go with Papa, absolutely.
He's like going to leave it.
So I always used to tell you that because I'm like, your parents are just so cool, and the way they've raised you, and they just had this understanding, which not a lot of people had, you know, like the way not a lot of people had.
Seriously, watch a movie, play PlayStation or something.
Oh man, they're funny. Yeah, so I always compliment your parents because I feel like, you know, obviously you've also learned those things and stuff because the way they've raised you has been so good. And yes, and what else? What have you been doing anyway?
So actually, I have learned a lot from them, and from what mom has taught me, my dad has taught me. And, you know, through that entire, we lived with them for a year and a half till the house was ready. So Samira's lived with them her whole life, and as you know, the first 3 months for her were really tough. She had acid reflux, could not sleep at all. She was 3-4 hours a day, not even together, like 1 hour, 1 hour. Mom, dad, both of them were up for months. They didn't cry. They didn't make me feel guilty about it. They never made me feel like, oh God, this is happening again. You know, I didn't have Ro around. They made sure that I feel that absence of his. They were very supportive. You know, every now and then they would take her off my hand. I would feel like, my kid, I'll do it myself. And they would be like, no. And they'd be sitting there with me. Even if I was doing work, they'd still sit there all night. And that kind
you
of
know,
is something that even if they don't say it or show it, I mean, you learn it. It becomes a part of you because you've grown up seeing it your whole life. So I think a lot of things that they did for me, I'm doing for her without even thinking about it.
Absolutely. And you know what I noticed in your parents a lot is that they never made you feel obligated for it. Like, no. I did this for you.
Yeah, no, never.
And that is what I like. It's such a happy way of raising and, you know, representing yourself as a parent and also a grandparent. Like, it's a favor. It's like you should just do it because you want to. Otherwise, don't. It's better not to actually.
Yeah.
But don't do it because you want someone to think it's a favor, you know? Because then it's not actually coming from the right place.
Yeah.
So I really noticed that. And I also noticed your dad, who sort of taught you about having your integrity with working and all that stuff. And, you know, like you told me about how he used to send you for jobs during the summer vacations and stuff. Like, those such good, that's a rounding factor, you know, that's a really good, like, your parents created a wholeness. Like, yes, you're compassionate, loving, you got a very soft heart, but then you also got this side where you can look after yourself, stand for yourself, you know, you can also, you have integrity with, you know, your job and all that stuff. But I feel like as parents, that's what we have to create, that wholeness, you know?
And I think that the main thing they taught us is that you want something. Like, for instance, my dad, when he was 13, gave me my said you can get it on one click. You pay half the bill and I pay half the bill. You save allowance in whatever way and you figure out how, or you don't use as much. So I think
Absolutely.
those things, I mean, we never felt like he's my dad, he has to pay for it. That's my mom, she has to pay for it. Because we were never raised like that. Even when we went on holidays, my parents would give us so much money and say, this is your money to spend for this
Yeah.
entire trip. So you learn how to manage it. If you run out of it, we'll give you more, but you have to explain to us where you spend it and why you need more. You give me a
Yeah.
reason why I should give you more than what you had. Like from the beginning of the trip, you knew I had 1 week. You have to learn how to spend it. And I think that that's something that Rohit and me want to catch up with Myra, because it teaches you, you don't go above your means. You don't need to borrow.
Well,
That's more.
but it teaches you accountability to
Yeah,
depend on yourself. Because
yeah,
many times what happens in life, right, when you always know there's a plan B, guess what you
yeah,
do? You always go to plan B.
yeah.
Because you
And
know
when you know that there's someone who's just there footing the bill, and you're not thinking about how it's spent and how the money was earned.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's one thing that we're very careful with, Samaya.
yeah, absolutely. And that's just such a thing, like I said, it's you actually want to raise kids in a good manner. Some of the lessons are not soft, they're actually quite hard, but they're
Yeah.
it's just as important as teaching your kids to be loving.
No, absolutely.
You know, to have your own accountability is just as important to be compassionate, because it means
Yeah.
that you're going to count on yourself. You're not going to depend on someone else. You know, a lot of people are nice, but then they're happy to depend and load someone else.
Yeah.
You know, that defeats the purpose.
True.
So it's like, you know, so it's really like what I saw your parents do. It's amazing, you know, and it's say hi to your parents and give Magic. How is Magic?
He's good. He had tick fever in between, but he's fine now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I miss him. Aaliyah has to meet him.
Oh, he has to meet her. Wait, Samaya wants to say hi.
Hi, is she awake?
Yeah, she is finally. Samaya, say hi.
Baba.
Look who's there.
Oh, Baba! Oh my God, that's
Hi,
so
Baba.
Baba!
You want to see Zaravar?
Sarava! I'll get him. He's in the balcony. 1 second.
Do you want to see Zaravar? Where's Zaravar?
Thanks for opening the door. I want to use the bathroom. Ayesha, how are you?
Hey man, how are you? You guys look
Good.
like twins.
Sorry?
I said you and Samara look like twins right now.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Samaya, look who's come.
Bad, Mom.
Okay, wait.
They keep throwing cigarettes again.
People are throwing cigarettes. Look at what's
Oh
up.
no.
Yeah, look who's there.
Hi.
Baba.
Say hi to Baba.
Baba. Hi.
Let's see. Look at it. Let's talk to you first.
She just woke up.
Look at her.
Wait, Mom.
Yes.
We see
Sorry, you
cigarettes.
guys talk.
Zaravar, do you remember when you changed her diaper?
What happened with the cigarette?
He's actually stopping on the neighbor right on live.
It's not.
Okay.
Tell-
Oh, there's little baby pigeons, and people are throwing cigarettes from up there. We don't know, and it's going on their nest, so we're not happy. That's what he wants.
Aww.
Thankful.
Yeah. So it's
People
not
are
a.
stupid.
Hey.
They
Okay. Yeah. Oh, she looks so cute, man. Dude, they look so much alike. It's scary.
I know they really do. They look like twins, actually.
Yeah. And how's she going though? Is she going good in this whole thing?
Yeah, she's fine. She doesn't know anything different. She's happy to have Ro around.
Yeah. Did you miss your mum and dad?
Yeah, she does. She cries for them every day. She doesn't know what it's like to be without them, so she's learning now.
That's good, man.
She's like, what?
How far are you from them though? You can't go visit them.
Like 45 minutes, but we're not allowed to go see them.
Yeah, that's right. You're not allowed to go.
Yeah. So we can't take her out of the house.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Below
Okay.
10 is not allowed because we're in a hot zone.
Oh, you guys are in a hot zone. Oh,
All
no.
of Mumbai.
Oh
So
wow.
we have different rules.
I was gonna go back with Zimbabwe, but then we have to stay in quarantine.
Quarantine for 14 days, yeah. And then how will you come back here?
I think coming back would be okay after a while. Like I would
Yeah.
stay there for a good couple of months. I'm sure like coming from Australia here would be a lot easier than going from
Then
here.
going there. Yeah. It would.
So, but then I thought keeping Sarava in a room for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I would like that, but I don't know how I would go with hanging out with him for 2
Yeah.
weeks in a room, you know. So I was like, oh no, maybe I have to suck it up here. So that's why we're here. But yeah, and I'm so thankful that you did it today. I've never seen you do anything like this.
I
Ever.
haven't. I was so nervous. I woke up and I was like, okay, what can I tell her where she won't get mad? And I
No,
was like,
you did so well. You are so good at it. And you know why? Because you just spoke normally. It was just normal chatter. And no, it was so nice. So thank you, because you know that this means a lot to me.
I know.
It's a massive thing to me. So I'm sure, you know, like later on, like I've been writing some blogs, some of the topics will be very interesting, but let's start off with this. No, thanks a lot, Ritika.
Okay, I'll FaceTime you later.
Okay, babe, take care.
Bye.
Love you. And thanks to everyone that joined us. I can hear Baba. I can hear Baba. Baba's back. Wait, put her on camera one
Come
time.
here.
Baba.
You want to see Baba?
Baba!
Who is Baba? Driver Baba? Call him.
Baba? Giraffe's there. Look, I'll show you.
Did you tell Ayesha Masi you saw a helicopter? Yeah. There's Baba. Baba's finding bugs.
Baba and Big Baba.
Yes. Shikhar Chachu, say hi.
Mate, I've got a break since he's with his dad. I love it. Yeah. All right, take care.
Okay, bye. Say bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, end. Okay.
Bye.